everyone please rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Pastor Brown, would you like to start us off this evening?
Sure, I'd be glad to. Our Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for another day. And Father, we always are so appreciative of all you do for our town, our community. We just ask you to continue to watch over us and help guide us, especially if decisions need to be made. And Father, as the painting's going on here, we just pray that that would go smoothly and without any significant problems. Ask for your blessings on the meeting tonight. Give each member the wisdom and the insight we need if decisions have to be made. We thank you and pray it all in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Jody. We'll let the record reflect that Mrs. Van Hook is absent this evening. Everyone else is present. And we have meeting minutes from April 27th.
I move that we approve those.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we can proceed with reports. John?
Yeah. Water utilities, pretty busy month, really. Of course, I ran daily rounds, testing, monitoring, collecting of everything. Our average for the month of April was 47,621 gallons a day on an average. The April's MRO report is all completed, been submitted to IDEM. Luke and I actually worked on putting a water hookup at 350 Broadway, saddle, put in a saddle, found the water line, put in a saddle, put the meter pit in. They're all ready to go for their contractor to hook them up to their house. The CCR report, certification report has been filled out and submitted to IDEM, so we're complete with that. And Jennifer has put everything in the paper and listed it for everyone to see. Peerless Midwest has finished the reverberation on well 4. Back B samples came back absent and good, and the well's back online and running.
Thanks.
I don't got the reports back to tell you how much it's gone up in production or anything, but the pump was pretty bad off. It was still working and functional, but
A lot of wear.
it was wore out.
Yeah.
I met with Hoosier Environmental today about updating our wellhead protection plan, and everything looked all right. They just updated contacts and board members and who was in charge, and should get that back in about 2 weeks, and it'll be good for about 5 years. Onto the wastewater utilities. Of course, the daily rounds, the collection, the sample, recording of the influent and effluent. Our daily average for the month of April was 157,306. Now, due to that, we did find some infiltration coming in on the backwash lift station. So you're talking hundreds of thousands of gallons coming from that field.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Fred and I got together, we talked about it. Fred said, well, just shut it off. And I said, yeah, I always look for the fastest way to fix it, put it back in production. But with it shut off, it's not gonna overflow or nothing, because it's only gonna come
Same
out
water.
to ground level.
Yeah. Are you seeing that lift station run quite a bit? Like, is there hours
There's not an
accumulating?
hour meter on it. That was my next thing I was gonna
Okay.
bring up on it.
Good night.
So
With
we
all the
have no
electrical work that
idea
we just
how
had
many-
done there. You'd think somebody,
Would have had an hour meter.
I mean, $100 part when they're in there doing thousands of dollars worth of work, that would have been a nice addition.
But
Okay.
yeah, it's an issue that was found. Thank God it was found. And
Yeah.
there's a pretty good stream coming in from the field, and it's just gonna.
You think it's coming around that penetration there?
It's coming underneath the influent pipe that's coming from the water plant when I'm backwashing.
Okay.
It's underneath, it's clearly underneath.
So-
We can wait for the ground to dry out, me and Luke back it out, suck it down, use some hydraulic concrete on it.
Yep.
Hopefully,
Yep.
get it filled, and hopefully that holds it.
Was that manhole lined? Or that one's not lined?
And
Okay,
it's
that
not a
explains that.
concrete, that is a
It's a plastic.
steel,
Oh, it's steel.
lift station.
Okay. So I wonder about some kind of a, maybe almost like a polyurethane sealant or something, like something in a pulp tube almost.
Well, it does look like that's what they use, was something, some kind of epoxy.
Over
and
that,
caulking
yeah,
tubing on the
elastomeric
ground.
sealant of some kind. Yeah,
But, we could probably inject it from the outside in and
sure.
plug it up.
So there's a hole in the lift station, is that what you're saying?
No, it's just where you got, think about the lift station's a big pipe, and then they cut a hole in the side of it for a pipe to go in. It's around that.
So that water is
It's just flowing in around that.
thousands
that
of
other pipe.
gallons
And this is
going
at the
in.
water plant.
Yeah, so groundwater's going into there. And it probably had some kind of sealant at one time, I would imagine, but
Stuff gets old, it wears
Yeah.
out. We had it low enough, we had it pumped down low enough to where when I opened the lid and inspect it, I could see it coming in. And that's all that water that sits there in that farm field was going into there.
groundwater finds a way, doesn't it?
Water's lazy, and take the easiest way out. Down at the wastewater plant, the lagoons are kind of high, but we are planning to start discharging tomorrow with disinfection and everything. So, we're gonna get that up and going. Me and Luke both went out there and, tested everything, and it looks like everything's running with no cracks in the lines, no bubbling in the ground that we've seen, no.
Yeah.
I think everything's okay since it froze.
Yeah.
The other year. IPW got with me, on our lift station for our repairs and stuff. It looks like they can schedule everything for the 19th of May to come out and start getting everything buttoned up with our lift station out on Central. The MRO and the DMR reports are all completed and submitted to the EPA and IDEM today, and that's pretty much for the month. It's been kind of busy for me.
Well, 2 Sundays ago, we also had another failure up there, the force main. And, we ended up scrapping a lot of what was there in the ground and just redoing.
Yeah, I seen the piece.
And I want to thank you for that, Murray. I was
but-
going to add that, and I ran out of time. today.
Well, point being, number one, hopefully we don't have another failure there. We eliminated a lot of the trouble spots there. But number two, we confirmed it. For some reason, it was in my mind that was iron. It's not. It's AC, asbestos cement, with iron fittings. So if it were iron pipe, ductile iron, you would probably have a high likelihood of getting a lot more life out of it. But that force main really truly might be near end of life where we're at right now. So that's something that we need to actually have a serious conversation with an engineer about, especially since we're talking about doing other work anyway. That's something we need to have on our radar.
As Murray was noticing with the pipe, it's really thin in spots on the bottom and stuff. We were noticing it.
Well, and what actually caused the leak is like there must have been some cavitation or something, but it just like popped the side out, just a little chunk right out the side. And
I wonder too if we have an obstruction somewhere in that force main. Just
yeah,
at some point. I've looked at the prints. There's numerous cleanouts between the lift station and
yeah,
the
there's
plant.
some clean outs, and then I think there's also some air admittance valves.
So I don't know, that's something we can
Yeah.
maybe look into and try to figure out.
But none of this civil engineering is, it's all engineered with a life, and certain materials you can well exceed that.
Sure.
But I'm assuming that this particular one
Yeah.
is probably closer to that engineered life, which we're already past now. What was it, 1968, I think, for
68.
sewer,
Mhm.
69 for water. So we're there.
Yeah.
So we at least need to talk with an engineer. Maybe they've got some ideas of how to, examine it better. I know John Bergman said something about that they can X-ray random spots,
Can they?
but I don't. But he was talking about that under the assumption that it was ductile iron, not that it was AC. So
Just have to-
When
We
I
need to
talked
talk
to
to
John, I told him I needed to get with you because you seem to be really busy the last few months. The next few months.
yeah, we'll just have to schedule it. I can make it happen. So
Well, that's,
I-
I thought it'd be better for him to ask you when you want to meet, too.
sure.
I'm available.
Okay. Any other questions or anything for John?
No, thanks, sir.
John, are you still wanting some help with some Excel reporting?
Oh, yes, I definitely need all the help I can get with an Excel spreadsheet.
When would be the best time?
I'll make time for that. That was gonna make the job so much easier to actually put it on a spreadsheet, let it do all the calculations for you and,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I mean, are you busy first thing in the morning? Are you,
Yeah, first thing in the morning, I'm always running around doing my rounds, but
okay.
around 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'm free.
All right. I'll get with my wife and we'll see if we can schedule a time with you. It'll probably, the best times would be around lunchtime, around 4:30-ish. So if you're available either one of those times.
I can make myself
Okay.
available.
I gotta check with her to see what her schedule looks like, but I'll try and get it done this week.
I'd appreciate that,
Okay.
yeah. Definitely would make life a little easier.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. Luke's not here. No report from him. Jennifer, did you have anything for us?
Just a couple things. Our next meeting is actually scheduled on Memorial Day.
Okay.
So would you guys like to reschedule that or
Is Tuesday okay with everybody? Just
Sure.
same time the next day?
Yes, it's fine
Yes,
with me.
26th.
26th?
Okay.
Okay. So, I'll put that out and then, Jim Higgins will be here talking about RDC. We have a few things that we need to get buttoned up for that. And then also he will be talking about the annexation. So I will let him know tomorrow. I went to Verizon, to one of Verizon stores on the one out at, on 146th Street, and they took my information, and I'm waiting on a call or an email from actually the business office. So I haven't received anything yet. But I was telling them that we were wanting, we were thinking about phones, and then also a plan, to go with that. So actually, that's all I have tonight.
Jennifer, I was looking in the last meeting's minutes and it says about dumpsters. Have we got that scheduled?
Yeah, we kind of talked about that, about scheduling after the rummage sale, but then I got thinking, a lot of people clean out first, so I was actually gonna call and go ahead and have it scheduled.
I'm not sure it actually matters.
Yeah,
Do you know when?
Yeah.
about-
no, yeah, so we can schedule
Okay.
anytime, so I can even call him tomorrow and get it scheduled.
Okay.
You want to talk about this real quick while we're talking to you? What is that? I just saw this thing from Tray Paper, or from Universal Package, excuse me. Is this Tray Paper now?
No, it's universal packaging is what it is. And if we're supposed to have a short, festival meeting afterwards. Do you wanna take care of this now, or?
No, it's okay. We can wait.
I mean,
till
it's
then.
just, I want to have a
It's
whole
okay.
lot for festival, but.
Okay, well, let's do it right now.
Just do it right now.
So does Tray Paper exist and this is a different company, or is this what used to be, is this who we typically bought
Yes,
from?
this is who we
Okay.
typically get it
Okay.
on. Okay, so, I have talked to Duke Energy about being our trash box sponsor. And, I tried to get a hold of Mark today before the meeting, and he hasn't got back with me yet.
Okay.
I will put that out there to them. If you look at the email from them, well, let me get mine out. The price on those,
Increase June 1st.
yes.
So we need to order.
So, he said, so let me
And-
know.
Is there time to do print plates and still get this price? If Duke said yes.
that's a good question on that one. I
would
can't
think
say
if
for
you-
sure.
I,
Can't
I
say
would
for
think
sure.
if you booked it,
I hope so.
Yeah,
that
Okay.
we could get that price.
Okay.
so we called around to other festivals to kind of get an idea of what some of them are doing. We called Republic, they're way expensive. We called Uline, we went, they're way expensive. And when I had talked to this gentleman, actually, this is who Denny goes through anyway.
Sure.
And it's the same price.
Yeah.
So, so with the, like we called, we'll just take, for instance, Rockville down, at the Covered Bridge Festival. What they do is they own their own barrels, and they own 40 of them. And I know 40 of them, but then they contract out with a company that actually they walk around the festival and empty those 40 barrels like
No
so many
thanks.
times a day, put it in the dumpster, and then the dumpster, is
I prefer the 600 that we
yeah,
just
exactly.
chuck in a trash can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Republic, they would donate 50, 60, but he said there's no way. And they do not have enough carts at all for anything like that. So I think
I
this
think
is
it's the
it.
best option.
I think this is it, unless, but I was still really hoping to find a sponsor
Yeah.
for it. So
So do we need to, did you get a price, an approximate price for doing the, print plates and,
yeah, if well,
what
you
would
know
it
what?
cost over
Yeah, because
a
these are going to
basic
be
brown
new print
box?
plates, so
Yeah.
there's going to be a little extra charge for
I
that.
think it used to be like
Yeah.
1,200 or 1,800 or something like that. I can't remember, but it's been a long time since
Yeah,
we've had any
it's been
made.
a long time. So let me do some checking on that. Even if
So
we decide to do that,
we need to figure out a number, I guess, for Duke that would make it worthwhile. I mean, I'm not looking for free unless they want to make it for free for us. But they can't basically just be covering the cost of those print plates and the, white box versus the brown. They can't just, that'd basically be, no benefit to us.
except that they'd be paying for our trash boxes.
No. That's what I'm saying, is
Okay.
there has to be a number somewhere.
That-
And hopefully the number is they cover the whole cost,
Right,
but even
yes.
even if they didn't, there's still a number in there somewhere where
Right.
it's a benefit to
Right.
us. So, I don't know. Do we want to set a minimum since
Well,
your discussions are ongoing?
You're looking at 7,200 for the boxes almost.
$7,032 for brown boxes.
yeah, for brown
1,200.
boxes.
So once you put the plates in there, add another $2,000.
About 9,000.
So,
So
yeah.
10 grand for a 2-year deal
Yeah.
is maybe a good
Let me
place to
see.
start.
I
And then if they,
mhm.
but if they ended up at
Yeah, what a
Six.
6, are we still winning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're winning if it's, I would say 5.
Because what'd you say, 7 grand for
7 grand for just the boxes.
brown?
brown boxes.
Yeah.
$7,032.
And for Ace, it was going to be 73.
Right, because we already
72.
have the plates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that sounds fair. At least we kind of have a ballpark range.
Okay.
We're gonna have to get them no matter what, right?
Yes, yes.
So let's order them
Well,
and then see if we can get the sponsorship for them.
but they have to make them to the sponsor.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. You have to know whether or not they're gonna be the
Right.
sponsor.
So it's either we have brown boxes like
Right.
we had last
Just
year,
plain
or we
ones.
have white box with somebody's logo on it.
Okay.
Which is great exposure for them. They're on every corner.
Mhm.
So hopefully somebody says yes. Okay. Did you have anything else festival related
No,
here?
we're just, we are just working still on our sponsorships right now. We have 22,000 committed. So we're just still working on that. We've got our permits back, so we will be placing our vendors starting on that. Probably this week or next week. So those were basically the trash boxes were the main thing.
Yeah.
For this meeting, so.
Okay. All right. Anything else for Jennifer?
Jennifer.
Rick,
So my granddaughter's at the game pretty short, but I've got a little bit of time.
all right.
So I'll just go through some of this. So, Brent Kirby, 160 Main Street up here. I talked to him at length, and he says he's gonna take care of that. My idea is give him a few months, and if he doesn't, I told him you need to get a permit, which you give him a time frame to take care of it.
Which property are we talking about?
Next to the post office.
The big
Good,
white
yeah.
building.
So at least getting it safe and secured somehow is what he's gonna do. Yeah.
Things, yeah.
Okay, good.
There's that, I think Mario Garcia's has a permit application for the trailer over here. Gonna put a roof on it. I had several calls like I usually do that aren't in our jurisdiction. Caleb Watkins, did he pick up a variance package?
He did not.
He's wanting to put a second home. What road is that, Jim?
Oh, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking. Where they had the dog kennel,
Yeah.
the new house down there.
And which, and he wanted to put a smaller home on that than the ordinance would allow, so he would need a variance for both having a second home on one property and the size, which I think he's wanting to do that so he can help take care of his mom.
Sure.
His dad passed away, so that's kind of that situation. Ruben, I haven't been able to get hold of him yet.
He hasn't called back or
It's
anything.
out of service when I try to call. Isaac Cooper's supposed to pick up, did he pick up a sign?
Yes, he did.
Sign permit application, or sign application?
Mhm.
Had several inspections, the electrical inspection tomorrow, with Ben Johnson. An inspection from a lot on Broadway, a re-inspection. An inspection on the pole barn over here, so it doesn't have a final yet. Still have the AJ Kilfoyle sign thing, that I don't know where that's at.
He was wanting a variance.
Yeah, he turned in the package.
That's what I was supposed to talk to Kevin about. That I
And
haven't
he
talked
went
to Kevin
through,
about.
the attorney for that.
Okay, so he's in contact with our attorneys.
No, he went through his own
Through
attorney
his own
to
attorney.
help him with the paperwork. I'm trying to think of the guy's name.
With them, AJ with them.
Yeah, no, AJ, yeah,
Yeah.
but who he went through.
Yeah, I believe.
Okay, I made myself a note. I'll call Kevin tomorrow.
Other than that, I don't think there's anything else. Chris Davis, did he pick that paperwork up?
He did not.
He's actually zoned for business. And I'm not sure the business he wants, but I left him the ordinance information about what's allowed. He's right up here on the other side of the post office. So I haven't heard any more about that, I guess.
Okay, any other questions for Rick? Okay, thanks. Enjoy your ball game.
Oh, I help coach, if you call it that. They're 3, 4, and 5.
Boy,
Mostly chasing them around and
that's
trying
fun.
to get them to pay attention. Just the way it is. Okay, well, I'm gonna take off then. That's,
Yeah,
that's all you need.
thank you.
Thank you,
Rick.
The attorney's not here, but I do have an email from him today, about, basically, they need a document signed that would hopefully then release us from this frivolous lawsuit that we're named in for a drain that doesn't belong to us. So, anyway, hopefully that's resolved next week or some kind of a hearing. I'm gonna get that signed and over to him. But I don't see any other updates from the attorneys, and they certainly don't have a park ordinance for us yet.
That's still going on?
Lawsuit?
What, the lawsuit or the park?
Oh,
yeah.
lawsuits?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's not even close to that.
That's gonna drag at least in there.
Is that mostly
Year
the
plus.
county then? Or is
It's 100% with the county.
Yeah.
I mean, we were named in it, but we have not,
nothing to do
we're
with it?
once again asserting that we have nothing to do with any of that. And they even drew a map and sent it over to us, and I looked at it and I said, yeah, nothing that's drawn on here is ours. So, and then I referred them to the official maps, not a hand-drawn
Yeah.
thing, and it shows the same thing. So anyway, there's that. Old business, library. So I don't have them printed out in front of me, but I think, so what do we have, 3 or 4 quotes now? One of them is from somebody I knew, one of them was from somebody you knew. I think we need to just pull the trigger on one of the 2 of them tonight, if we can.
How much was the other one?
Well, that's what I was just looking for, and I sent it to you all. I don't know, can we maybe get these both printed off real quick?
I don't know that I got it.
Let
When
me
did
find
you
it here.
send it?
Oh, May 6th.
May 6th. I don't think.
Jennifer, I'm going to forward it to you right now. And then,
Oh, I did get it.
who was the other one from? How do I find that one?
I believe I sent that to you a long time ago. That was in
Yeah, it's been a
February.
couple months. There you go. Workhorse?
Yes.
I'll forward that one to Jennifer as well, so she can go ahead and print that off again. So I'm ill prepared. I don't have any of my past stuff with me tonight. The wrong truck is here. But, yeah, I think if we want to get this done this summer.
Well, my question is this, as we talk about the library, do we want a finished product? Or do we want to have a library or a town hall that's not finished with, I know these 2 quotes are rough ends, if you look at those.
Sure.
So they're finished and we still have
Well,
a bunch of work to do. I say a
Well-
bunch, I mean,
well, it depends. So I think, like, for example, I think they got on there, and we'll have to see them here in a second, but like doing a bathroom and installing a sink and a toilet, but you know, maybe we want some tile work in there or something like that. You know what I mean? So there's
I know that
discussions to be had. Maybe, I'm sure it's just drywall to primer or something like that. We need to figure out paint, things like that. And then the flooring is something we need to do, and I think I'm confident we can do on our own. Not us do it, but find another contractor that does that. Because the other thing is, I believe because this bond, it's funded through a bond, it's not to stay under what's considered a project, we kind of want to do some of this stuff in-house instead of just saying to one person, come do all of it. I can't remember what that dollar amount was.
Well, there's no way that this quote is even close. The one that you sent, Murray, because they have hang and finish drywall. The cost of the materials is $150.
Because he was looking at the drywall we have there and asked if he could use
Oh, he's going to use what's already
material.
there.
Yeah, so he was going to try to use as much as
Okay.
material as he could from what we already have.
Okay.
Obviously, that's not going to cover it.
No.
But the only place we're talking right now about using any drywall is the sewer plant. We've got a giant stack down there.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I don't have a problem with him using it.
Sure.
I just was looking over the numbers thinking,
Right.
that's incredibly low, and even the labor is incredibly low.
The labor is very low,
And
that's kind of how. he
Running the new
operates.
plumbing for the bathroom, does he know he has to take it from the other bathroom and take that bathroom out?
Yeah, so I told him that I gave him the plans. And it's, I said it on there too, there's an additional amount for lowering that floor under the elevator.
Yeah.
The point, I guess what I'm getting at is, we've talked about this forever, and I've delayed things, and we've had other delays in the mix here. We finally got our masonry done. I've got a good idea of what needs to happen with the window. Still trying to figure out the door thing, but I think we can make that happen. We need to find somebody that we feel comfortable working with, that they're close, it looks like they've got most of the things itemized on the list, and just know that there's going to be some change orders, but we need to start working.
I don't see how this can be done for the price he's got. So
Well-
I'm very worried that there's gonna be overruns and that we're gonna be going back and back and back and approving more and more and more, because I can't see it. I mean, I got a little bit of knowledge about how much things cost and materials to run wiring and outlets.
I've never
$300
hired this guy before. I can tell you he's
I'm not,
looks cheap and he's very
I'm
efficient.
not questioning
very,
his
but also
ability or
meticulous.
anything.
You could ask, I mean, I've not even asked him how it works. I know he's done work for the city of Noblesville, specifically the fire department. And I mean, as far as I know, this is just how he operates, but if I could put you in touch with,
Is he by himself or does he have a crew?
no, he's got a couple guys. And if we want to meet with these people, if you guys want to talk to anybody, if we want to nail down a more accurate numbers somehow, that probably makes some sense. But we got to get moving.
Did they have in that quote a sliding window? I know Jennifer had asked that a sliding
Oh,
window
for
be
a service window?
a service window.
I don't know if either one of them does.
Yeah, I know the
Desk window
workforce
for
one
office,
does.
there you go.
I didn't.
Install window and wrap opening and counter is, I'm assuming, what that is. He estimates 600 for materials and
Well, I think the window's going to be more than that. I think he thinks we have it because
yeah.
we don't though. I mean,
Well, I don't know what's a sliding window what's one of these cost? I'm not saying that's the right thing
Right.
for the.
I imagine that is probably going to, well, it's going to be $500 probably.
Can
For
I tell you my
sliding?
concern? Can I tell you my concern? Okay, so I know we've done real well on the lift and got all that taken care of. Right now, I just don't want us to. I know these. You've got 3 different quotes. One's high, one's low, and one's right in the middle. I feel like, Marie, like you suggested, I think you guys should meet with these people and see, because you don't want. This is our chance to get that library and put it and get it top notch where it should be. We don't want to have a library that's half undone. We don't want to have a town hall that's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, it needs to be done, and it needs to be done right.
I don't think either one of these in front of us are necessarily done, finished.
I don't think so either, but and the other one seems high, but he's got it all in there. He's got, carrying debris away, all that kind of stuff. He's high. And, is there some way that we can talk with these guys and say, hey, this is what we're after. We're not after, and I know that you guys have said John could do some of the work, but is he available to do the work? And
No, I
get
don't.
some
Yeah,
done?
I actually
mean,
don't know that that's
it's like-
reasonable, other than if it's little tiny things to expect.
Yeah.
What would be useful is, since you're here all the time, you could oversee it kind of. So we'll let you in on what the project is, and then somebody needs something, or if somebody's finished, you can go see, or whatever, you know.
I'll be Luke, need a little break and we can
Yeah,
rough frame it.
sure.
Me and Luke, we can rough frame anything.
Oh, maybe that's a potential option too, but the bottom line is, a lot of the work that has to be done there is fairly simple until it gets to the point of like, we're gonna do this trim to match the rest of the building, or, well, even doors. If we, I mean, I would say that we probably need to source the doors, which is me going to the hardware store on a Saturday, I guess, and see if they got anything that matches. And if not, going to a specialty store. But
Well, that's,
hanging a door is hanging a door.
well, he has installed 5 doors and he has 6,300 as the materials. So I don't know, those are expensive doors.
Well, and he might be guessing, I should clarify what he's doing, but he might be, because I told him that we need that big door. The 42 by 84.
Oh. Is that gonna be the main entrance to the office
To the
door?
elevator.
Oh, to the elevator.
It's gotta be built to the opening.
Right.
Would it be acceptable to have these contractors quote us a complete cost?
I think so.
Like a turnkey, all we do is at the end of the project, unlock the door and walk in and we're ready to go.
I think so.
I know
I
we're-
think the fear all along, the reason we wanted to kind of oversee the project and not just hire somebody to come and build it for us is, again, I can't remember. Jennifer, do you remember that dollar amount when you're funding that bumps it into like being considered a project? So if it was all under one umbrella, then you actually have to have
I
engineering
think,
and you
yeah,
have to have,
no, I think we're okay.
are we well under
Yeah,
no
I
matter
think
what?
so. I will double check on
Yeah,
that. but I
double
think
check
we're
on
good.
that if you
Yes.
would.
The
We
other
don't
thing
wanna get-
is that this high one that came in, we straight up can't afford that.
No. No, I agree. We cannot afford $120,000.
I was guessing, and this is why I was happy to see his. And again, I don't doubt that we need to clarify some things here, maybe with them. But the finishes, there are some unknowns with finishes, again, where we need to pick a nice carpet that looks period correct, that has a border or something like that. Maybe I would be a fan of doing white subway tile in the bathroom because it's kind of timeless. I also had the idea, though, the bathroom that gets ripped out downstairs, go over there and look at that toilet and sink. They look cool, and they definitely go with the building.
You just put it back.
Yeah, put them in there.
Yeah.
I don't think they're ADA accessible.
The sink
Sink
probably
would be
just needs
fine.
the under
Yeah.
kit, but you might be right about the toilet.
And I like that. I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. No, you're right. Didn't think about the chair height deal.
Can we meet with both of them next week or in the next
Yeah,
week
I
or
don't
two?
care.
And
I mean, let's set something up. I mean, or I mean, maybe we ask for a more detailed deal, or I don't know.
I just want, I want to know what's in both of their heads as
Sure.
far as what they're planning on doing. Because I didn't see paint in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're leaving it us to paint.
Yeah, and I don't want that.
I mean, I can contact the workhorse guy and see when he's available to come and talk to us. I don't know, you want me to call Mr. Mahan as well? And what's your schedule like, Murray? Are you,
Busy, but I can schedule stuff. I mean,
okay? I didn't know what day is best for you or,
it doesn't really matter. I can probably find a couple hours to get away.
okay. What's that?
Paint everything.
Workhorse has the paint?
Line
Paint new walls, trim, and doors.
very bottom one.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I guess
But on
we'll
this
let the
quote-
paint off.
I'm not seeing anything.
that's one
I
difference.
talked to him as
Yeah.
well about, I noticed, and I don't think, do they have anything on here for that?
For what?
I won't touch it in work day. There's some plaster damage
on the
up
ceiling.
in one of the squares of the ceiling from
Mhm.
back when it had a roof leak, and it's probably a couple hour fix for somebody. But
He
like,
asked
things
me
like
about
that,
that.
we don't need to. Yeah, things like that we can't let that fall through the cracks. Or
He asked me about that, and I think we told him, don't worry about that right now. But, I mean, we can have.
I mean, I don't think it's a remove plaster and redo it. I think it's a scrape that off and reskim it with something.
Okay, well, I can have him look at it.
Yeah.
Talking about right above where the office is going.
I think it's like
Where's it?
that northwest quadrant, maybe.
Mhm.
Like more over the elevator area.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
Okay, over the stairs,
Yeah.
almost. Because he
And
had
then-
noticed something above the lights where the office was going. He noticed something up
Yeah.
there and asked me about it.
Well, there might
I
be
thought
a few different
that
places.
was not really what we were looking at right now, but
I think we might as well.
do it. Okay.
I said if we're gonna do one part, just do it all. Just be done with it.
I haven't sent them to y'all, but I did find some lights that I think would be pretty
That was
cool.
another question they had, is are we gonna supply different lights for that, or? we're
Yeah,
using
I don't
the
want
same
them
ones?
going to Menards and just finding something and putting
Right.
them in there. I don't think that's gonna do the building justice at all. Okay, well, I guess we've got some unknowns and we need to ask some more questions.
You wanna be, I assume you wanna be there when they come out?
Yeah, I'd prefer to be.
Yeah. Fred, you
I'm
wanna be
pretty
there?
familiar with the
Okay.
project.
Either way, I mean, there can't be three of us, so
Oh, there can't.
Well, unless we schedule it.
let's make it a special meeting. We could do
Okay.
that.
No, I'll call them both tomorrow and see when their availability is.
Okay. And then I did have a quote from Townsend for building a new window for there. And it's everything except for the glass. But he suggested, and he hasn't given me the info on it yet, but he said some of these salvage places have large pieces of antique glass that you can get for in the few $100 range. And I think that'd be worth the effort.
You're trying to make the
Have that way.
the wavy in it.
Yeah.
Keep that period correct.
Yeah.
Match everything else.
Okay.
Tim, if you do get a meeting together, let me know so I can get that advertised.
Does that mean
For
the
special
public can come then, or
Huh?
the public can come and also?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter how many council members are there then, and yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
open to public.
Okay.
Okay, anything else about the library before we move on? Okay, 296th Street, the last thing I saw from our attorneys was an email about a week ago saying that, they acknowledge, what did it say? Something along the lines of that they now, Tipton does acknowledge that the road is theirs, but that it shouldn't be, and they're not taking responsibility for it, or something along those lines.
I sent that email to you guys. Did you get it?
Yeah.
And,
But here's my
which is
thing.
ridiculous.
So here's my thing though. Where's the tax dollars go for that? I'm guessing Tipton. then?
Well, they said when you guys asked them that they don't get tax money from it, and we confirmed from NDOT that they do get tax
Yeah.
money from it. It is their road, their responsibility, and they're getting tax money for it.
And I'm getting a lot of phone calls of unhappy people, and I keep.
Well,
oh, yeah.
So-
Oh, I agree
I
with
keep
you.
telling
I don't
them.
know. I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't.
I don't like our term, but this is what I don't understand. Like, this is really, really basic, really obvious stuff, right? Like in
Mhm.
black and white. If they want it to be different than it is, you can't just say it or wish it to be.
Mhm.
Like, show me the legal mechanism that would allow that to transfer ownership. And in the meantime, what about the current condition? You can't just decide. And so then I'm wondering, like, how can this be this hard to resolve? How many laps are we going to do on this? This is just.
Lawsuit?
But I don't even know why we would need to. It's not ours.
Right, but
The people could, somebody that lives up there that's complaining could
yeah.
civilly sue them, I guess. But like, it has nothing to do with us
We
at
have
all.
we have no stake in the game. I mean,
No.
It's not our road.
Other than our citizens.
Well, it's got to be a
Yeah,
government
right.
agency that can make them do this, if it's
I-
their property.
I agree with you.
Oh,
And
we
I
all
don't
agree
think
that's
that's
not-
not-
I called Hamilton County Commissioners and Tipton County, and I've got no response from them either.
Okay,
So, yeah,
well, I appreciate you trying, but
Well.
good night.
Nobody wants to help Atlanta.
I mean, if you're gonna do something legally, you have to have standing, and we have no standing. It's not hurting us, other than the people who live here.
Yeah,
So
our citizens.
it's not our road, it's not the county's road, I mean, it's Tipton, so I don't know that we can do anything to force them, other than tell people to call Tipton.
I mean,
Or, do you think differently, Murray? I mean,
No. I don't think it has anything to do with us. If they want it to become ours, they need to show us how.
Mhm.
And in the meantime, they need to fix that thing up to standard. Like, they're abdicating their responsibility currently.
And the people that have called here, they've all said, I called Tipton and Tipton said it's yours,
Right.
you know,
Well.
and so.
Ask
I
for their
explained
email
to them-
address and forward them that email from NDOT.
Yeah,
Seriously, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
And that way they can
Yes.
get mad at the correct people instead of getting mad at you, and they'll hang up with you and call them right back and say, I'm staring at something right here from Indiana Department of Transportation that says you are wrong.
There's something you work with NDOT to get that
I'll
taken
take
care
it
of?
up there too, give me a copy.
Sure.
yeah, I give Johnny a copy, he was gonna take that to the commissioners up there, I don't
Yeah.
know if you
I
have
got
that.
a copy too,
We'll send you a copy.
whatever their guy
Absolutely. Thank you.
at the street department and the woman,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
they, but if you give me a copy, I'll march it up there and say, okay, prove it to me. We're tired of.
Yeah, they're literally the ones that say that it's theirs.
Right.
And that's the frustrating part, but they're literally saying we're not gonna do anything
Is
about
there a
it.
possibility of getting a news agency involved in it?
If you wanna,
Publicity?
if you wanna call Wish TV or whatever, I mean, be my guest. Box 59. But
So nobody on the board will do it.
I
Well,
don't,
we
I
don't
don't
wanna do
care
that.
to.
We
I'm
don't
not
have-
doing it.
we don't
I've got
have-
too many other things I'm doing. I don't care about this at all, to be honest with you. I think it has nothing to do with us, and I think that they need to do what they're supposed to do. And the only thing that makes me upset is that people are calling here and people are calling down there mad at us because they're telling a lie up there.
Sure, give me a copy for this.
Okay.
we should offer to buy it from them.
They need to pay us.
All the taxes
Yeah.
that they've been receiving. Well, I mean, why
Or
are
mill
they?
it and pave it, mill it and pave it, and then give it to us. We'll take ownership of the brand new road.
And the
Well, we're
tax
still
already
paying
goes
lawyers.
with it.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have to pay
I mean, it's
to fight for.
full of potholes and falling apart. I mean, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. What do we have here for park project? This was recommended from Mike Kleinpeter, I guess.
Yes, and so I had a meeting with this Brian Sheehan, and then another meeting with Brian, and then this Catherine Puckett, and they just are sending information
Okay.
on different things. We did talk about different ways to help fund our project. Murray, we did talk about the DNR grants, and she said they are very competitive.
Mhm.
She said it's very costly, but she said right now, with the way that they with the way that they're doing, we would not be eligible for something like that until like 2028. Putting in the time and
Sure.
there. So that was one thing. The other thing was we talked about grants through the county. She said a lot of times that Eli Lilly, they give monies to a lot of different organizations, and then those organizations, fund those out. So she talked about a patronicity grant, and that is what actually how Arcadia got their splash pad was through that. But anyway, there's a lot of different ideas, a lot of different things to talk about. And so I said, could you please just put these in emails so the council, could share with you guys? These are just the beginning steps of anything, you know, and she said that, or they were talking about, since our project is not like millions of dollars, you know, like we're not having to put like parking lots in or sidewalks and all that kind of stuff. Ours is more, when I was telling her about, you know, upgrading our equipment and doing ground covering and a splash pad, I was just, you know, just kind of
Okay.
putting those things in. So this is just information for you guys to look at if you have
So-
questions.
I think that, yeah, we definitely need to learn more. I do think that if a couple of these funding opportunities are available, but they're only in the, say, $50,000 or $25,000 range, versus there's a reasonable chance of turning our, you know, I don't know, doubling our money with the DNR grant, but it takes a few years. That makes far more sense. I mean, and so I would, I guess, encourage people to be willing to play the long game if it means a much larger payoff. Obviously, we don't even have our park board established yet.
Where are we on that? Is the attorneys?
Our
are still-
attorneys said that they would have something like a month ago, after being asked about it like a year ago. So, yeah, I'm a little frustrated, but I'll add them to my list to call, I guess.
Because I would think the park board would be the people who should be looking at this stuff.
Well, it's under the council's direction, though, to a certain degree, and I mean, we still have to fund it.
Agreed. But
But yes, you're right.
splash
they can be
pads
looking into
and
this thing.
design and
Now,
all
here's
that
the other
stuff.
thing that I will say is everybody splash pad obsessed. Please don't get so locked into that idea, because to me that sounds like maintenance nightmare. And that also sounds like a bunch of money that would be spent on that because it's the shiny cool thing, instead of maybe a permanent stage and or permanent bathrooms that would benefit the
Right.
festival.
I was making an example, Murray.
Sure.
Not that I'm saying that I'm in
Sure,
favor
but I
of
know
splash pad.
there's people that are very enamored with that idea, and I'm not saying it's a terrible idea, but like when they're talking about you need a 2-inch municipal water line that'll flow 60 GPMs, like, is this pump and dump? How much money is that going to cost? And then
Right.
it sounds like something that's going to have a breakdown constantly.
Constantly. And there's a big expense at the end of the year for maintenance to it, for water.
For winterizing.
Winterizing it. You wouldn't believe all the pink RV antifreeze we poured down, the one in Lapel. Might as well just say it. One in Lapel, it took 1 gallon jugs. I think we used 120 of them to feed through all the lines to
Good
go
night.
through to winterize
And
it.
how do you get that
You
back
have
out?
to take all the jets out for the winter, and you have to put plugs in them. You have to take all the cans off and all. It's a good day for 4 people. Winterizing that flat pad.
Oh, and plus just cost just right here. I mean, the estimated water maintenance cost just for the 60
So
gallons per
Water
minute.
was
Again,
down
I'm not
the
saying-
drain.
Well, oh yeah, they got a cost estimate per
Yeah.
year on it
It's just
right here.
shy of 17,000.
17 grand a year is what they estimate in 2023.
Yeah,
So 20 grand
that's
a
3
year.
years old. That's 3 years old.
Anyway, I don't care. I won't even be here. But I'm just saying, as
And I'm just
Councilman
giving you the
Dixon, who will be
information.
Citizen Dixon by the time any of this happens, like, don't get tunnel vision on one idea.
No.
We can do an incredible park project in a lot of different ways. And
100%.
just think like long-term multifunction over something that's shiny and exciting and new that might end up biting us in the end.
Well, it's just everybody has splash pads. I mean, it's been an idea, but it's been around forever. But I agree with you, Murray.
So anyway, that's my,
I would rather
I
see
couldn't not say that.
I would rather see an indoor basketball facility before I
would go for a splash pad. I mean, something that
Well,
can
I
use
mean-
year round indoors.
I just, I
Volleyball.
think about like a couple years ago, we did, we started trying to do like kind of quarterly town event sort of things. And with,
And we do,
It-
we do a quarterly thing.
sure, but like, one of the neatest things was when we did the fireworks at festival. Not because it was the fireworks, but because that kind of people attending the festival didn't really come to that. That turned into a town thing. Like you saw everybody leave, and then a half an hour later, here comes everybody from all over town, and that kind of became a town thing. And there was the stage, and there was music, and then there was the fireworks. But a permanent stage seems like something we could get a lot of use out of, and we spend a ton of money on that every festival too. And then permanent bathrooms, and get rid of all these bathroom rentals, and that could be used for multiple different events. Those things, in addition to really nice playground equipment with good fall protection, and maybe some additional landscaping and seating areas and stuff, like that's what I kind of envisioned for a park project.
Permanent pavilion, maybe.
Sure, yeah, that it could be
Instead of-
that with a stage in
with
the
the
end of
stage
it,
at the
or
end,
something like
yeah.
that. A multi-function structure. of
So
some
you
kind
can eat
Yeah.
there or be underneath the.
Yeah. I don't know. So just look around at different parks, think about what's going on. But obviously there will be a park board too that can help do some research on these different things and go get pictures and go, talk to other communities and about how hard it is for them to maintain whatever they have or how much it costs for them to put it in. But
Do we
you know.
know, I mean, just off the top of your head, do we have any kind of feel as to how many kids actually live in town?
oh, I don't know.
And
Who
is
would be
this-
able to
I
even
mean,
help with that? The school maybe?
Yeah.
That would be interesting to know.
We
School
have
had
about
that.
40 kids at BBS every year.
Yeah.
Well, how many actually live in Atlanta? Because I mean,
Probably
if
a
you're,
large majority.
if you're putting a park in, I would assume it's for the benefit of
Sure,
the kids who
sure.
live here.
And yes, and you'll see it down there. I mean, all summer that park's pretty active.
Okay, I don't drive up here enough other than town council meetings to know.
To be honest with you, I really don't see all that much activity, other than kids playing basketball from time to time, small kids playing on the merry-go-round.
Yeah.
I mean, all I gotta do is look out my window. I
Sure.
see what you call a lot of activity.
I know I've seen I would estimate upwards of 20 kids there at a time before in the evenings.
Yeah,
I'm not saying.
Wrong time of day.
I'm not saying every evening, but I know I've been driving by and looked over, and there's a bunch of kids at the little playground, and then there's a bunch of kids down there at the ball playing basketball.
I know the guy's done transportation, I'll just call him, see how many kids.
Anyway.
Sport out.
Yeah, the woman who runs it lives in town. I'm just
That'd be
trying to think, we spent a whole lot of money on 15 kids.
Well,
Is that
Well,
worth it?
that's not, you can't look at it.
And it
that
goes
way,
in
too.
stages.
Yeah.
It goes
I
in
mean, this is for
cycles.
our community. I mean,
Well-
people go out to other parks
No,
because our
it's-
park is not
Sure.
the best. And if it was.
There is a
upgraded
cost
and
benefit
nice,
calculation that
then-
needs to happen though. Like you couldn't make the entire thing for 2-year-olds, right?
Right.
Which is, I guess, kind of an extreme example of what you're saying. It's like you can't, some of it has to be more general use.
Yeah, it's got to appeal to everybody
yes.
to
Some-
be able
some-
to, like
some
the
of it.
shelter house, anybody can use, right? I
Right.
mean, but,
They rent
yeah, well, yeah,
for a fee.
but the playground is, I think it's a great thing to have. I mean, if we could somehow talk to the people who do the music festival stuff down here, if they would use an outdoor venue at times, that would be worth it then. What I don't want to have happen is we build an outdoor pavilion and we have an outdoor, stage, and it gets used twice a year, once
Well,
a
I think
festival.
you could-
and-
I think you could do it fairly inexpensively too, because you don't necessarily have to have all of the equipment. Like it's fairly common for bands to have their own equipment. They need a stage and they bring it. They call it backline, right? So they,
Yeah,
you know,
but you got to have the power and the
Yeah.
wiring and
Yeah,
everything ready
yeah,
for it.
absolutely. Anyway,
But
I think you have to look too, that people are moving north.
Yes,
If you don't have something.
this area is in demand for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't have little kids, but I just enjoy watching the little kids over there playing and everything.
Yeah.
That's the reason we built the ball diamond. I'll go back on that rampage.
Yeah.
It was
Sure.
something for the kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
And we're not, and I don't think anybody's saying we don't want to do anything
No,
for
I'm
the
not
kids.
saying that
Even
at all.
those of us that are opposed to a splash pad still want nice stuff for the kids. We want really cool playground equipment with good fall protection and, you know, exciting stuff over there. It's just trying to find that balance. So,
I
anyway.
just don't want somebody to say, no, the park's fine.
No, that's not my
No, and I
opinion.
told them,
No.
that these people, I told them, I said, we have one chance to get this right.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I said, this isn't gonna come again. And they're
Right.
like, are you sure? And I'm like, I
Yeah.
am sure. I said, unless somebody
Makes a
passes away
donation,
and leaves the town money like they did anyway,
States.
so, yeah.
Leaves.
All right. I guess we'll move on to new business. We've got a pay application for sidewalk completion. Is that $113,000 worth of sidewalks?
That's what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Probably so. Concrete's expensive.
Isn't that wild though that
Yeah.
that was the whole project's $296, right?
That's more expensive than the paving.
Over a third. Well, it's not more, yeah, but it's over a third of the cost of this whole project is. And the paving's milling and paving, not just straight paving. I mean, wild. Okay. Work completed.
Are they done?
Done with sidewalks.
They're
yes.
done with sidewalks? I assume they fixed the one we asked them to.
They did. I don't understand what this is. They've got 133, 453. Then this next column's the 20,017.95. Amount eligible to date. So, okay, is that we retain that through the end?
That's the balance.
Okay.
That's left over.
So
after-
they're asking for 113, 435. Okay. I gotta tell you, it's nice having those sidewalks done, but, and I was glad that they were willing to redo certain things without fighting us too much. Seemed like some unnecessary issues to have, but I think we kind of got pretty close to where we need to be.
Can we just go over this real quick so
Sure.
that I understand? So the 296 is the total.
Yes, and Ace Paving is
So-
who holds the bid,
Right.
the whole project.
So the total completed and stored to date, I assume that's their cost of 133,453.
Yes.
The work completed, did we already give them some money? What's
No.
the 20,017?
I don't, it's retainage. So of that 133,453, $20,017.95 is being retained. That's probably some sort of a percentage.
For the paving project,
Yes.
This is just sidewalks.
I thought they used to bid that for like $90,000.
290,000.
296.
This is just the sidewalks. The sidewalks.
This is the sidewalk
Sidewalk
portion.
portion of that
It's a
296.
Yeah, they reduced it by $20,017. I'm just trying to figure out why.
We retain a certain amount. We don't pay them fully until the entire project's complete.
Okay.
But I was trying to figure out how we ended up at that dollar amount. I guess it doesn't really
15%.
matter. Is that about 15%?
So it's over
close.
10, it's less than 20.
Yeah.
So
I'll go with that.
it's about 15%.
Okay. Does anybody have any reservations to releasing this payment?
I move that we approve this pay app.
Has somebody double checked and looked at all of them and made sure that we're happy with it? I mean, it's.
I haven't walked every inch of them, but Luke,
I
as we
did,
keep
yeah, I
an
did
eye
ask
on them.
Luke.
Yeah.
Luke's okay with all the
Yeah.
work that's been
That's
And
what he
done.
said.
I have asked him plainly to you know, keep an eye on different things after our initial problem over here, and he says that they're where they need to be, so.
Okay.
We have a motion to approve this pay application.
I'll make a motion, we approve the pay application for the sidewalks in the amount of 113,435.05.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Where you were, song this.
What are you laughing at?
We got a double.
We already made the motion and you made a second.
You already
motion.
did?
That's fine.
Yes.
I'm getting old, Fred.
You made it again, I second. So,
Well, you
So
can,
we'll pay
you can,
contract.
you can have it and I'll second. I second Fred's motion. So put it in the minutes that way.
I don't care.
I forgot.
No. No, you
I'm
made the
tired.
motion. He said-
Okay.
Huh?
So you okay? Blood
Hopefully
sugar
Blue's
lowered?
okay.
I'm so tired.
Just say drink more Sprite or something.
We're doing Jackson Street, the last block of Meridian Street, the north 2 blocks of Walnut Street, and all the original portion of the subdivision. So those original portions of Hopkins, Allison, and Michael Drive, they're all about halfway done right now.
Oh, they've started already?
No. I'm saying the original part
Oh,
was of Allison and Michael was about half of what they currently are. They were added onto when they completed the subdivision, and then Hopkins is about a third probably. So those original portions are getting milled out and replaced. Actually, everything we're doing is a mill and replace. It's not a just pave over the top. So that'll be good.
when are they gonna start on that? Do we
They
know?
started today
Oh, they did? Where'd they
Yeah.
start at?
out on Hopkins Drive and Michael Drive, and also on Meridian.
I can imagine that the phone's gonna ring, Jennifer, because people are gonna notice that, and why aren't we doing 296th Street if we're doing it?
Yeah, I had a phone call about that.
Those buildings for our use for that little project on the east side of the.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of milling, I wasn't here when you guys discussed it, but have we talked about what we're gonna do over here? Was there a decision made on what we were gonna do?
Luke was giving John the number for a contractor we've used in the past to try to get a price, but I don't know. Were you ever able to make a call about this low area over here?
We did make calls to, I forgot what his guy's name was, and he came out and we looked at it, and we were seeing how the street was level. It was perfectly level. The street was perfectly level. It couldn't go down either way. And he told us about a idea a town had, I forgot what town it was, Smallville or Sharpville or something like that. And they put French drains in every 8 feet, and it actually took care of their flooding problem in the whole town without connecting it to a storm drain. Without ripping the road up and stuff, we could actually cut out a box with a grate that we already ordered, and then suck it out down, go down about, our wand makes it 16 or 17 feet down,
Just fill it with stone.
and fill it full of stone, because that's dried up in 2 days after it rained.
Well,
No casing or anything?
it's not
around
a,
it?
Well, we would have a storm drain with the casing, and
But no casing going down 16 feet. I mean,
no, it's
just
stone,
stone
full
poured in
stone.
there.
so that's actually interesting.
But
And
it
that's-
got away with it doing the whole street that way without every 8 or 10 feet, they put a French drain next to the curb, and
So
it
for-
took care of their flooding problem.
What, you think you could do a couple or 3 of them in a day?
We were thinking just one.
Just one?
a
Do
50-inch one
do one over there.
in the low
So
part.
a day of work and a few $100 worth
That
of
was
stone
just in-
just to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, try it.
Okay.
We were just looking for an easy.
Give it a
fix
try.
That would be cost benefit, unlike
Sure.
tearing the whole street up.
Sure.
and connecting it to, that's what we came up with.
Okay.
We got the grade over there, it's already been delivered. It's us
Just
breaking
gonna-
free to get some time.
Yeah.
It's been really one
Yeah.
thing after another.
Is
every day.
what is the drain? Is it like a curb box?
It's not a curb box, it'll sit flat next to the curb,
Okay.
but it'll sit flat. There's a nice thick, heavy duty base with a nice plate. I mean, it's a lot nicer than what I thought I ordered.
Okay.
So, in my opinion.
All right.
So, just to be the devil's advocate, why wouldn't we just connect it to the storm sewer down here?
I'm not sure it's a bad idea to try.
We can always come back and
Yes,
hook it up later.
that's what I'm saying, is this isn't actually a big loss. I mean, what the grate cost you? It's probably
I haven't got
$400
it.
or something like that.
No.
Gonna be another few $100s worth of stone and then their time. And if it fixes it, great. If
Right.
not, it's not a huge loss.
We can always come back and put this.
Sure. It's worth trying the $1,000 fix before we do the
Okay.
$20,000 fix.
I just didn't wanna see the whole road get ripped up before the festival or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cause all this is gonna need is like 2 or 3 inches of patch around
Yeah.
the grading to make it level with the road.
Fair enough. I like it. We'll see. We'll see
We-
what happens with
A
that.
hair lower than the road. So
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
It's
They
gonna
gotta
be the
cover.
lowest spot of
Yeah.
that spot.
that
Yeah,
spot
okay.
that floods.
Right.
I mean, we should have went out there and marked it when we got the 1 3/4 rain just the other day. but
See
we
which
didn't.
one's the deepest.
Okay.
And see where.
Yeah.
Sewer adjust. Jennifer, did you get clarification on
I
the other
did,
one?
and actually John and Luke went over and talked with her,
Okay.
and so everything was
Did
okay. So
that make? I can't remember. There was something written on there about they
It
have a
was,
well, but they
They
also
Don't
have
a
the.
well, what happened out there was a copper pipe blew out
Okay.
the bottom of the house, and that's what was leaking. The salesperson for the plumbing firm came out to look at it. Well, he's all dressed nice, and he's seen all the water in the crawl space, and he's seen the pressure tank.
So he said they have a
And
well.
he wrote it down as a well.
Okay.
They do have a well, but it's all, the pressure tank's all rotted out and it hasn't worked for a long time. Nothing's
Okay.
worked in this well for a long time. It was the salesperson that wrote everything of what the plumbers had to fix, and he wrote it up all.
Okay.
So
So-
this will be this adjust. You guys already approved it.
So we approved it
Contingent.
contingent upon
Right,
additional
so we'll fill
information.
that one out, and then we have
Okay.
another, then we have another
Are
one.
you sure? I
Yes,
feel like we tabled it. All right. I'll go with it. For today's date, I guess, or for our last meeting.
last meeting would be.
What was our
27th.
27th?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the old one, not this one.
Right,
This one's the new.
Yeah, this is.
All right. I'll pass that on down. When I got home, Mr. Bill's plumbing fixed it. So it's just a leak in the crawl space. Another one on 19. Isn't that other one?
Mm-hmm,
Isn't that one on 19?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is.
Is this like the house next door or something? That's wild.
Yeah, and Donna's had about 2 years ago, she had a really
A big one.
big leak.
It's on the east side of 19 at Row Homes,
Oh, over here.
Dollar Store.
Okay, I got you.
Dollar Store South.
All right, we've got a utility adjust in the amount of $123.23. It looks like it was a leak in the crawl space. Nothing went down our sewer, so it is eligible for adjust, and the repair has been verified.
I make a motion, we approve it.
Second,
All in favor?
All
Aye. All right, we'll pass that on down. The tree at 237 South Indiana.
Kenny
So-
Williams.
So I know she's asked about it. The last I knew about it, did we? I don't think we ever approved removing it, right? We
No,
just
I think,
we
and that
just
was like
asked
the
that.
last meeting of the year, last meeting. I mean, when you guys talked about it, that's been a while.
The last I remember, we were going to have somebody come out and actually look at it, but I'm not sure if that ever happened.
Wasn't it some sort of debate as to whether it was on her property or our property? Or
Not that I know of, but if that is in question, we probably ought to figure that out too.
I didn't, I thought I remember
We can
somebody
get
saying it
close by
wasn't off.
measuring off of the other sidewalk. You can measure the street width there. I mean, from the other sidewalk across
That
over
way,
there.
yeah.
So we could probably at least get within a few feet. But we definitely need to have somebody look at it if it's our tree and it has problems. guess we need to
I
do
mean,
some.
we can have somebody look at it regardless, right? I mean, do they charge us to come out and give us an estimate?
No, I don't think so.
Let's just have somebody come out and look at it and we can decide whether or not it's ours.
I will talk to Luke about that. All right, Main Street shutdown. What's that for?
This is for Shannon.
Okay,
For the
the thing that
husband.
she does every year.
This is actually, let me get back to her text message. She would like to shut the street down on Wednesday, June the 10th, between 4 and 10 p.m. She said that there is, Noblesville Creates is having a fundraiser that day. And I asked her if she could kind of tell me a little bit more about it. And she thought it was going to be some kind of circus thing. She said she tried to get a hold of them to find out exactly what they're going to use the road for, but it's something to do with a fundraiser, and they're going to be having a circus of some sort.
Up here?
There. Yes. So she wanted to do, it's like a carnival theme is what it is.
I think we need a whole lot more information before we can let them do it. Because like we
So-
have to check, see if we have our insurance.
Well, yeah,
Well,
she
she
knows
would
all
know,
that.
yeah.
She always provides
Okay.
all of that. But if it's another, yeah. Is it for her?
It's for, I guess, well, she said, let me see how she put it here.
And then the other question is full block, half block, whole street?
I would say probably just from Walnut to railroad tracks.
So
is
that
what I'm
block.
thinking. Yeah, that block. She said they're having a fundraiser with us that day, so
Okay. I mean, we've never, I don't think we've denied anybody for similar
4 to 8.
things as
4 to
long
10.
as, 4 to 10. As long as they have insurance and they police their trash and stuff like that. I'm not opposed to it. Does anybody have any opposition to this? I don't know if we even need a motion for this or not. If somebody wants a motion for it, I guess they would.
I'll move that we approve shutting the street from 4 to 10, June the 10th, Wednesday.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
okay, I'll let her know.
All right, good deal. Any other new business from the council?
I forgot one thing.
Yeah.
Annie was, she went to the high school tonight to present the scholarship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
so,
Cool.
yeah.
Good deal. All right, any questions or comments from any of y'all?
Anything done like that? I know Luke's out here, but
Yes, something is done. Do you have information on that? Luke went over there after the last meeting, and the gentleman came into the office and said that that he got rid of all of them but 4. So he said that there was a lady that he knew that has a barn out in the country, and he took them all out there.
Okay.
So Princess came in today and said that she's like, "What happened to the cats?" She said, "I haven't seen them around. They haven't been on her mom's porch." So that's a good thing. So
Okay. Wow.
as far as I know,
I've noticed a decrease in
yeah,
last few days.
good.
yes. So
It's a little excessive there for a while.
Yes.
A little bit.
Okay. We also do have a report from police, a total of 198 calls for the last month. Most of them are just patrols around town, but they did some 27 traffic stops, 21 other calls for service, et cetera, arrested 2 people. Anyway, so they're up here, they're working. I see them when I'm out walking, so yeah, make you all aware of that. Is there a motion to sign our claims and adjourn?
They must be signed.
Second.
Before we do an all in favor, did you have anything else for Festival, or did we address it already?
we address it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
everybody for coming tonight.